Guys, it's Fetty again, and I'm here to talk about my third week of Peaceful Warrior Immersion. I'm going to talk about my experiences and just overall how I thought about the week. The first thing I want to talk about this week is that it was kind of a short week, so we really didn't get that much in. See, we didn't get to do any archery this week, so it's a little bad, but we still did a lot of meditation, and that was very, very interesting. You know, I realized that meditation, of course, is very physical. It is, you know, when you meditate, you kind of connect with your body and you feel all kind of like the traumas in your life, and you kind of feel things going on, and you feel your body, so you kind of feel pain. And that was kind of like my main. It sounds so weird and bad, but that was kind of my main uh, thing this week was pain. The reason I say that is because, well, first of all, outside of school, I've got some things going on. Um, and it kind of made me emotionally unstable for a little bit. I'm kind of getting a little sick because at least I think that's why. But so this week, I kind of tried to let it go, but it always comes back. Things almost always come back, and I I was in a great deal of pain this week, basically. And in while we were meditating, I felt like the pain was coming up, and in a way, it was washing out. And the reason I say that is because I'm a very good. I consider myself as a good bottle up person. I can really bottle up problems and store them deep down inside, lock them away, like Davy Jones. Um, yeah, I can. I feel like I can do that. So, during meditation, the way we kind of did it, and our instructor, his name is Reggie Ray, told us to do it. He kind of told us to do these breathing exercises and to kind of connect with yourself. I felt like there was no escape, and so in a way, I had to deal with a great deal of pain emotionally and physically. Um, Especially in the first couple days, like when we meditated the first day, I remember feeling like I just don't want to be here. My neck is killing me. Usually it's just up here, the pain when we meditate. I did not want to be there. But I wanted to be there because it's what's happening. I wanted to experience it, so I tried. And something I realized and kind of experienced was that the pain going inside that I was trying to bottle up was just everywhere. And there was no other way to escape it. So I just thought I needed to go with it. I needed to face it. I needed to look at it in the eye and say, "You're there. I cannot escape from you." So what I did was I just kept going with the breathing. I tried my best not to move. And um, you know, as weird as it sounds, I've never coped with a problem as easily as this. Honestly, as I meditated, some of the pain was going away. Every once in a while, I would feel this serenity in my body. I would feel nothing but energy going through, and that was an amazing feeling. I gotta tell you that. And it was like nothing in the world ever mattered. Like every problem, it was just kind of like it was like a little squirrel kind of going around, and I just said I acknowledged it, and that's it. And that was interesting. On it was very, very cool and interesting. And um, so by the end of the week, by Friday, I kind of felt a lot better, a lot better. On Friday we did a 25-minute meditation session, and our teacher, Glenn, he told us to think of it as, go into the meditation as if we were warriors. And that's what I did. I felt the energy. I said, if I get out of this meditation, there's something bad that's going to happen. I went fire. I was so fire when it came to meditation. I just went in and I did it. And the experience in that meditation was incredible. I did not feel much pain. I did not feel emotional pain. I did not even remember what was going on. I felt a connection with my body and everyone else around me. There was just energy flowing through, and I gotta say it was a good experience. And uh, I'm happy that I can now cope with what's going on. Um, Another thing that I thought was kind of cool about this week was the fact that it really opened my mind to kind of question things in our society, in the Western society specifically. And to narrow down on that, it's that the East and the West are completely different cultures, especially kind of in Asia. If Here, at least this is kind of what I'm thinking. Here in the U.S., especially, we're a kind of an I-based society, or kind of like we're allowed to be egotistical. We're allowed to um, kind of question things, complain about things. And back in the East, sorry, in the East, it's almost like if you question something and if you're in if your ego gets in the way, it's a liability. Um, our teacher was telling us that back in older times in the East, if you were egotistical and if you question, if you're like why do I have to do this? Like I don't want to do this. If your ego was getting into your head, they would see you as a liability. They would they'd beat the crap out of you. Basically, they would not stand for that. And um, and it's kind of cool, or in a way cool, but in a way kind of sad how much that has changed. Because here in the West, if you see people, if you kind of like get to know them, you'll notice that a lot the good majority is very egotistical. They're governed by their thoughts. They kind of think that their thoughts is who they are, or other people's thoughts, in that matter. For example, if somebody thinks that you're the funny guy, you put it in your head that you are the funny guy and you have to be the funny guy, even though you'd rather be the smart guy. And so, you go around being like, yep, I'm going to be the funny guy or whatever. Another thing is kind of like when you're doing homework and you're like complaining about, you're like, I don't want to do this problem. Like, why do I have to do it? Like, no. But, you have to do it. There's nothing else you can do about it. Or else, if you were in old times, it'd beat the crap out of you. So I thought that was just kind of a little interesting thing that I noticed. Um, and also, it's kind of, to play along with that, it's kind of like um, some of the like social things that are different between East and West. Something that our teacher kind of pointed out was that in the East, um, it's very it's very open. In other countries, it's kind of very open. Like somebody could be a belly dancer and they could be like going around like half naked, and it's okay. And here, if you were wearing really short shorts and kind of putting yourself out, you're a slut. Uh, and I realized like that's kind of like weird. And see, our society is based on like, hey, if you do that, if you do this, then you're that. And then that's when people's egos get in the way and they're like, crap, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do that, even though you can, and it's who you are and it's okay. So I just thought that was a little interesting. Maybe I'm completely wrong, maybe I'm completely out of everything, but that's just kind of what I've been thinking. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. That's just kind of what I've been thinking about this week and what I've been feeling. So I'll see you guys next week, and thanks for listening.